Hello, viewers. It's Cincy Michael from Screen Reviews, bringing you a new podcast. It's from my segment called The Boruto Review. So basically, this is a new podcast from my segment called The Boruto Review. So basically, like always, I'm going to be speaking very loudly, very clearly, and very slowly in case you don't understand me. Also, I'll try to do my best not to breathe so hard during this audio podcast recording as well, not to cause any audio feedback as well. And finally, if you're under 18, this is if you're under 18, this audio podcast will contain for adult language. Once again, if you're under 18, this audio podcast recording will contain for adult language. Now, if you're over 18, that means you get to watch this audio podcast recording. Now, let's get into the latest episode of Boruto. So basically, the episode starts off, we see Akashi Shinji leaving a restaurant. He got something, a bell fell off his wallet. When he went to go pick up the bell that fell off his wallet, Boruto showed up and and asked Akashi Shinji to teach him how to prove his Rasengan and make it a giant Rasengan like his father is. So basically, Akashi Shinji said no. I'm retired, so basically, I got better things to do, but, Boruto kept on asking him, and last time Akashi Sensei said, alright, then, I'll teach you how to improve your thing up, but as to making, but you do a giant Rasengan is impossible. And Boruto saying, why can I do a giant Rasengan? Because you don't have the nine tails flopped inside you. So basically, that's the only way you can do a giant Rasengan like your father is, unless you have a nine tailed beast inside you. It's impossible. So basically, this is. I'm gonna get to that at the end of this review. So basically, so basically Boruto was showing off his Rasengan, and when they got to the training area, he showed them his power of his Rasengan, and Kashi did his Rasengan, and showed him the power of his Rasengan that made a bigger hole. So basically, Kashi Shinji was basically, it's like that Naruto episode when Akashi Shinji was teaching Boruto about chakra laser. It's basically this episode is basically the same thing. So basically, if you add a chakra laser to your Rasengan, it can improve the power of your Rasengan. So basically, I see that your Rasengan, I see that when you use your you have wind style. You use a lot of wind style when you do your palm. So basically, you know how to do the Gale palm. That calls wind style. So basically, if you add wind style to your Rasengan and make your Rasengan more powerful. So basically, you need to learn how to use your wind style jutsu to combine your wind style with your Rasengan to make a new powerful Rasengan. So basically Boruto and the Kashi started. So basically, Boruto started to work on combining his wind style chakra nature with his Rasengan to make a new powerful Rasengan. Meanwhile, Sarada and Sasuke was working on proving Sarada's Sharingan to better predict objects and people. So basically, Sasuke was helping someone, with her Sharingan to predict any type of movement by using metal ball bearings and aiming at her to predict the path of these ball bearings and whatnot. And also, he wants to teach her how to do Chidori. So basically, Sasuke first is gonna help her with her Sharingan to better predict movements from anything and anyone. And also, once he's done with that, he might teach Sharingan how to do Chidori. So anyway, meanwhile, meanwhile at the land of the valley, Mugo and Komaru was managed to get back to the land of valley on the false pretense that the Henry Lee business wants to do business with Victor's company and whatnot. So basically, like Victor was like, return Komaru and Mugo that I hope there's no hard feelings between me and my comrade, we were just trying to get back our property. So basically, like, Victor was like, I'm sorry about the whole situation that went down in the woods, we were just trying to get back our property, sorry about what happened to your team, but Mugler was like, was not buying Victor's bullshit policy. So basically, Komaru got down to the point, it's like, we want them talking mom says that they don't belong to you. And Victor was like, oh, I thought you was here to do some type of deal with the Lisa. So basically, it's all about the Hashirama cells. So basically, we found them, they're our property, so basically, blah, blah, blah. There's nothing you can do about that. So basically, like, Victor was telling Mugo and Koharu to fuck off, and before you start before you start a serious situation here. So basically, like, we don't want no international. We don't want no international situation between the leaflets and the land of the valley, don't we? So basically, like, let no choice. Konohamaru and Mugo left Victor's company, and like Victor was like, you guys better fuck off. Like, the Hashirama says is our property. It's the Hashirama says are safety crew at one of our facilities at the company. So basically, Komaharu and Muga had no choice but to leave Victor's company after Victor told him that we don't want no you don't want no situation between the leaflets and the land of the valley, don't you? So basically, like, Komaharu had no choice, Komaharu and Muga had no choice but to leave. So anyway, meanwhile, Boruto was still. So basically, meanwhile, back at the base, is late at night, Boruto was still trying to figure out how to combine his wind chakra nature with his Rasengan, but, he was still having problems doing so. Trying to combine his wind style with his Rasengan. So basically, Kachi was trying to get Boruto a hit. How Naruto was able to combine his wind style with his thing back he was a kid. Back he was like around Boruto's age. So basically, Kachi was trying to get Boruto a hit. How Naruto combined his one style with his Rasengan, and he was able to do that Shuriken shit. So anyway, like Boruto was like, Boruto was like, I don't want to fail to try to match this new Rasengan after what happened to Mitsuki, after what happened to Mitsuki and whatnot. So basically, Kashi was giving him comforting words and whatnot, and also, and Kashi had this little dinner pack for Boruto to eat. And it turns out it was made by his sister and mother and whatnot. So basically, that's when Boruto figure out how to combine his wind style with his Rasengan. So basically, he made a shadow clone. How Naruto makes a shadow clone to help him do his Rasengan. So basically, he had the shadow clone to do wind style, and he had himself to do the Rasengan and fuse them together to make this new wind style Rasengan. Much different than Boruto Winstar Bazinga. So basically, he was able to do a new Bazinga, and and Coffee was the part that he figured out he figured out just like his father did to combine use a shotgun to help him fuse his wind style with his Bazinga. So basically, Coffee was happy that Boruto was able to figure out from his hit how to fuse his wind style with his Bazinga. Anyway, so basically, Sarada's training was going okay as well. Her training was a little more brutal. It was a little more brutal than Boruto's training was. But, so her training was coming along too with her father Sasuke, while Sasuke watched from the sidelines. So anyway, meanwhile, back at Victor's company, Victor's assistant telling him that, that Koharu and Mugo we just left the borders of the land of Valley. So basically, like the system was telling Victor that that Koharu and Mugo had left the borderline of the land of the Valley. So basically, Victor was like, good, we don't have to deal with those two anymore. But turns out that Koharu and Mugo managed to sneak back into Victor's company. So basically, like Shikamaru said, is you guys had the opportunity to sneak into Victor's company and get back to Hashirama, you should take that chance. So basically, Koharu was following Shikamaru's order. So basically, they snuck in the company and started to look for the Hashirama cells. So anyway, this is how the episode ended with Koharu and Mugo sneaking into Victor's company looking for the Hashirama cells, and Boruto mastering a new wind style Bazinga, and Sarada working on pulling her shotgun and that's how the episode ended. So basically, this was a good episode. So this was a very good episode right here. So basically, it's like Nishi Sarada and Boruto trying to improve on their technique. So basically, Sarada pulling on her shotgun abilities, and Boruto will pull on his Bazinga abilities as well. And also Koharu and Mugo sneaking into Victor's company looking for those Hashirama cells. So anyway, this was a good episode of Boruto. Anyway, like always, what do you guys think about this episode? Was it good? Was it okay? Was it just nah? Please let me know with the comments below this podcast. So anyway, like always, this is Michael from Screwview signing off. 1,